The dish. The dish. Follow at Sully Dish. Animal Agents. October 5, 2013 at 11:44 a.m. Tom Vanderbilt explores Cold War era CIA practices that relied on non-human operatives. It is striking that even as the television program Flipra was making dolphins popular with American children, the creatures were becoming embroiled in the Cold War arms race. As a partially declassified 1976 CIA document on naval dolphin training notes, the Soviets were also assessing and replicating U.S. systems while possibly developing countermeasures to certain U.S. systems. Even bugs the kind with legs were considered by the military establishment. The use of arthropods as personnel detectors. The 1972 report by the Arma Trademark S Limited Warfare Laboratory in Aberdeen, Maryland, summarizes research on the possibility of exploiting the sensory capabilities of insects bedbugs, mosquitoes and ticks among FEMA for the detection of people. Scientists ruled out lice. In a preliminary test they simply crawled about at random but saw feasibility promise in the mosquito Anopheles quadrimaculatatus, which is normally at rest and will fly at the approach of a host and so might be used to detect the approach of people during darkness. Share. Female. In the dish. A poem for Saturday, October 5, 2013 at 11:11 a.m. Dish poetry editor Alice Quint writes, "The first poems I read and loved were in volume 9 of a set of books called The Children Trademark S Hour given to me by my mother when I was about 5. I can't summon up the opening lines of all of them. Longfellow Trademark S The Children Trademark S Hour, itself, naturally The Barefoot Boy by John Greenleaf Whittier, Robert Brown in the Trademark S The Pied Piper of Hamelin, Edward Lear Trademark S The Owl and the Pussycat, and The Things I Miss, attributed by me to Emily Bronte. For most of my life but actually the work of Thomas Wentworth Higginson, most widely known now as an encourager and correspondent of Emily Dickinson. Today and over the weekend, we Trademark LL feature a few of these poems in tribute to my mother and to all parents who instill in their children a sustaining love of poetry because they love it themselves. We begin with The Barefoot Boy by John Greenleaf Whittier 1807–1982. Blessings on thee, little man, barefoot boy, with cheek of tan. With thy turned-up pantaloons, and thy merry whistled tunes, with thy red lip, redder still kissed by strawberries on the hill, with the sunshine on thy face, through thy torn brim Trademark S jaunty grace, from my heart I give thee joy, I was once a barefoot boy. Prince, thou art the grown-up man only is Republican. Let the $1,000,000 ride barefoot, trudging at his side. Thou hast more than he can buy in the reach of ear and eye, outward sunshine, inward joy, blessings on thee, barefoot boy. Photo by Zeph. A. Fiddle Oak. Share. Female. In the dish. The Century of Slumming It. October 5, 2013 at 10:31 a.m. Slum tourism has taken off in recent years, but as Sony at a Sarawak shows, the practice dates back to the Victorian era. How the other half lives has been a topic of perverse fascination for the upper and middle classes even prior to Jacob Riis' trademark groundbreaking photojournalistic study of Manhattan trademark S tenement and sweatshop-ridden Lower East Side in 1890. Consider the loaded, etymological origins of the word slumming, and its earliest citation in the Oxford English Dictionary in 1884. Around this time hordes of blue-blooded Londoners leaving their lavish abodes in Mayfair and Belgravia were rumoured to flood London trademark S squalid East End for everything from amusement to philanthropy. This fashionable London mania found its way from Victorian-era England to the streets of New York City, as wealthy foreigners increasingly engaged in slumming parties which typically entailed a tour of the Bowery winding up with a visit to an opium joint or Harry Hill trademark S. A recognizable tension between slumming as reform enterprise and twisted voyeurism emerged, blurring the boundaries between slum tourism as a form of entertainment for the privileged class and a spirited call to action for well-intentioned missionaries, social activists, politicians, journalists, and philanthropists. Image, 1885 engraving by New York City a tilde doing the slums trademark AA was seen in 5 points Share. Female. In the dish.